Hello everyone and welcome back to Of Bricks and Dragons. Today we have Figure Friday. So what we have is we have a gelatinous cube. Now this is from the Dungeons and Dragons action figure line. I don't have a lot of the stuff from the action figure line, but this is one of the things I had gotten. And inside I have the base figures from the old 1980s cartoon. Now, I don't have all of them. I do admit I don't have Dungeon Master and I do not have Venger. I do see that there was like one copy left on Amazon and they're going for an extra premium. I don't know if I'm going to order it or not, but in the meantime, here we are with the gelatinous cube. Now, the interesting thing about the gelatinous cube, as you can see, is we have a spot for items on the outside. So we have a bow here. We have some bone. If we turn this around and look around here, we have like part of a shield, we have a spell book, we have a potion bag here, another kind of ruined shield, we have an axe, we do have a satchel here, we spin around, we have an old axe on this side, a coin bag here that's kind of fallen apart, there's another part of a bone, there's their head, an old scroll that's kind of whittling away, and then we come all the way back around. Alright, so we're going to pop this open and then we will take a look at all the figures on the inside here. So I will push this back a little bit so we can get all the figures out. And of course we have, let's see, so we have Diana, and I don't know how well they're going to stand. Really what I did is I kind of took them out. I put all their stuff inside the gelatinous cube. I figured that's a great spot to kind of hold everything, and I really have not kind of gone through everything. Actually, instead of just trying to stand her up here, so if you remember Diana, she had a staff, which I know the staff is in here. Here. That looks like that's, yep, okay. So they give her two different staffs. One's got the whooshes on there, and the other one's just a regular staff. So we do have her staff here, which you can then hold, which I might need to try and help her stand up here a little bit. The joints are stiff because, like I said, I took her out of here, but I never really kind of stood her up anywhere or whatever else, so the staff would be great to help hold her up. So she was a acrobat. It's a very nice head sculpt, very reminiscent of what we had when we were watching the old cartoon. She's got her little necklace to help kind of cover her up on the top. And of course she's got this nice kind of furry bikini bottom here. And then she's got her boots, which is a fur boots, and that. She's got her bands, but it's a nice sculpt. It looks very much like I kind of remember here from the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. So I think they did a really good job. You know, as always with a lot of the figures when they're brand new, you know, the joints are very stiff, but you know, that makes sense seeing that, you know, you're really looking at, you don't want loose joints here, especially when you first start, and seeing that, you know, if you have a kid that's playing with it, you want them to be able to kind of stand and do whatever you're asking them to do. So, so we'll take Diana. We'll put her right here. Hopefully, we can get her to stand up nicely for us. Come on, young lady. Okay. If I can get the staff out here so she can lean on that a little bit, and then we're good. All right. Now, let's see. We have Bobby, and Bobby's axe, I think, is actually on the outside. So I'm trying to get all the extra stuff out of here. Here's Hank's bow. Sheila. Presto. Eric. And we have Hank himself. Here's Sheila's cloak. Okay, so I'm going to say that Bobby's axe is actually one of the axes on the sides here. If I don't have them here, they're on the side. Now I'm going to mess up which die goes where, so so that means that this axe is actually Bobby's axe. So, because whatever I could put on there, I did put onto our gelatinous cube here. So, Bobby I thought was really kind of cute to get, if I can get his elbow to want to go. Mainly because Bobby came with Uni. So, let me kind of get that over here. Maybe I can get this elbow to want to go. Like I said, I mean, they're all stiff joints in that because they have not been played with. So just keeping all that in mind. And of course, he's got his nice big oversized boots, which if I can straighten out here and hopefully I can get him to stand nicely for us. He does have his kind of rough studded leather armor here. He's got his nice Viking helmet. And of course, you know, there again, he's got, you know, I think we did a lot of this, you know, like the little bikini bottoms because of, say, like Conan the Barbarian. I'm thinking that's where a lot of these ideas for a lot of characters kind of came from. My goodness, if I can get that to work a little bit better, I'd be happier. All right. I think he always carried it in his right hand, and I'm right-handed, so of course naturally I want to put the weapons in the right hand. So, but, and he's got kind of that I'm ready to go off hinge look on his face that he normally had. I mean, he really fit well for being a little barbarian. He was a little terror at times. He was very quick to react to things, to try and help save Uni or the group, but he didn't always think things through. And of course, then we have Uni, and the head does move a little bit. That's really about the only thing that moves, but you know, Uni was always a cute little character. I thought it was a fitting character. You know, watching a cartoon, I never had any questions about it. And then I'm going to forget exactly which die goes to which character, but when you got the characters, we got one die to go with each character. So if I did pick up Dungeon Master and holy shishkis, if I can think of the name, Venger. If I did pick them up, I believe there was like another D10 and I think another D6. I could be wrong on those, what they are. So let's see. Now we have Eric here, and of course Eric was our Cavalier. And he was supposed, you know, he's got the nice shield here, which has got some extra effects that we can put on there. These are extra effects to show that it's got power, or you could take those off, either way. And it does fit onto his arm here, as he was always trying to carry it, trying to get others to carry it, because he was the rich kid that was used to having everybody else doing things for him. And I think he did do a lot of growing up with his character in the series, and I think he worked out really well. The kind of cloak that he's got here, it does move, but I don't think it will come off unless you pop the head off, and I'm not a big fan of trying to pop the head off. You know, with this is a harder rubber plastic or whatever, so trying to get him to sit I don't think is going to be as easy. I can kind of get it to do that, but so in those regards, when we look at the bottoms here on characters like that, I think it does work a little bit easier when you're trying to put them into like different situations. Okay. Now we have Hank. Of course, Hank is our archer or our ranger, and you know, he's got more of a shirt, but he's got the studs on here. I hate to say it, but Hank looks a little goofy to me. Oh, shoot. To me, he looks like he's I don't know how you're going to do it with this piece over here. I think if that piece was not on there, he'd probably look fine, but that's how he was in the show. He's got more of a look to me, looking at him really, with the boots and how the boots are stylized. The old black and white Robin Hood type look. Like an old Errol Flynn or so. I think they did it in Robin Hood Men in Tights. I think they had the cuffs kind of like this as well. He's got a look more like that. And of course, then he's got his magic bow. And then the other bow that was on the gelatinous cube was one that was just on the gelatinous cube. That wasn't his. So, because it did have some of its own stuff, but, the ones that I knew, because I remember when I was looking at all this stuff online, I was like, wait a minute, that looks like that should match right here. And sure enough, it kind of does. So, we should be able to position him out here. Let's see if we can make it look like he's about to shoot. Kinda-ish. There's a lot of other people that are a lot better at making it look like this than I am. Trying to get this around here. Kind of off to the side. Twist his foot around here. Yeah, I don't do a very good job. But, he's got a little bit of a smile. He's got an upbeat looking face. Nice head sculpt as far as I'm concerned. I think he does look very much like the character. It's just, how this flares out here is a little off. But I don't know how else you're going to do it. Just trying to be honest here. I just don't know how else you're going to do it. And for whatever reason, I can't get his arm to want to go all the way down. So, and it's a possibility that maybe that joint's turned around or something, that it just doesn't want to, or it's just that stiff. But one way or the other, there he is. Okay, 2 left. Oh, actually, let me kind of say this. Oh, and here's Bobby's. Actually, this is probably more of what you would see Bobby with, because he had the club. So that's Bobby's club. But I do remember him having an axe for a while too. So I think he got the axe after they went to the Dragon's Graveyard. Something tells me I think he had gotten an axe in that episode or so. But there's his club. That's normally what he would have. And for Hank, here's the bow where it's all kind of done up, having the magic arrows. Alright, so we have his effects on there. Now we have, take Sheila here. Now she comes with 2 different cloaks here. So this one, if you notice, is kind of starting to disappear a little bit. Like she puts it on and it's starting to disappear. So we could take that off, potentially. I think it clips or so. I don't know. Or maybe it goes over the head. Okay, I can take that off. Maybe you have to take the head off, which I'm not going to do. Because this one, yeah, you're going to have to pop the head off. So this one's a full cloak. It's not disappearing at all. And it's got the hood down there. And then this one, it's got the hood up. And it's starting to disappear like she's about to disappear. So... Alright, but there again, she's got a kind of a nice, gentle looking face, the nice hair look. The boots, go all the way up to her little mini skirt here. Again, it's that older style. And of course, this is done back in the 80s, so, quite often, I think that is about some of the look that we had. And let's see here. I think that's really about it for her between those. and get her to stand. Now I don't have anything behind her, so now it's going to be a little bit more challenging. And she's got the weight of this, so that wants to pull her back. So her little feet here, being what they are, lighten her stance maybe? Well, I think if I can cheat here, maybe if I can put that there, I can get the cape there. She's actually falling back, but the cape's holding her up. So we'll kind of cheat on that one. Last but not least, we have Presto. Now, Presto does come with another hair and a hat. So we can take his hair off somehow. As you can tell, I really have not done this. I got them for them, and again, it's unfortunately, like a lot of us childish adults, trying to recapture some of our youth. We're not getting any younger. If anyone knows where the fountain of youth is, no one's willing to share it. Which I don't know if I'd really want to live forever either. So I kind of understand, but. We got him with his finger out like he's trying to do something here. We do have some effects, and I'm trying to think here. Okay. Now this one should be from Presto, but I'm just trying to figure out where this would go. Because it's got like a little notch here. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it's something that would... Bye, kiddo! My daughter's leaving back to work. I don't know exactly where this would go. Now the head itself puzzles me, so I really want to try and do this if I can. Guess if I lift this up. I'm afraid that if I lift this up, then it's not going to want to sit on there good again. Oh, that really does. It's got a little notch here. That's why I'm fighting so much. Okay. There we are. That works pretty good. Now he's got his hat on. Of course, he's got a little spell pouch, which I guess has always been my little issue when doing D&D, because you don't typically see your wizards pulling off too many items. Again, that's got that there. That's the same thing. So I'm missing something. Something is not jiving in my mind here. Because this and this have the same notches here, and it fits in there. And I want to say these are from Presto. But the whole problem is I cannot fathom as to where they're coming from. Now, the only thing that would make some sense is somewhere in here, and I'm going to move this and we'll see how many figures fall. Oh, there goes Eric. He's trying to fall. Maybe if he had Daddy's car, he wouldn't fall. Just trying to have a little pun out of that. Okay. Come on, Eric. Stand for me. Please. Alright. There's no extra hat or anything in there. I want to say the book here possibly goes to Presto, but it just seems like something else is missing, and I'm just lacking as to what that is. And I know it's got to be here, and there's got to, out of what we have here, because everything was put into the box and all that to make sure I had it and I didn't lose it. And it would make all the sense in the world to be from Presto, but I just can't fathom where this, having a little notch, like it fits into something for a spell or something, or that the shoot out is not there for Presto. I just don't see it, unless it's something just for him to have in his hand, which is a possibility. Seems like it's a little big for his hand, like it doesn't want to fit. Let me do the smaller one here. It's the same size. But that doesn't seem right, not for that hand. like it needs to be in something. So I guess the only other question is there something here on the outside? So we could take all this stuff off, and maybe there's something here I'm missing. So here's a bag that we could give them. Here's our spell tomb. This is a flask or so. And as you notice, it's got like little, a holding spot here to just kind of pop it in there. Part of a shield. Here's another ruined shield. Here's the coin purse. Here's the old axe. There's the scroll. And I don't think it's going to sit on that. So now on the inside here, and I don't know if you saw this very well, on the inside there is a little grabber piece. So seeing that Eric was kind of the butt end of the joke for a lot of adventures, I'm going to put him in here. Alright, so now it's technically got him grabbed in there, so you could look at him and he's kind of sitting in there like he's being devoured as I knock everybody over. And then they could grab him out. Now, if you remember from the movie when they did the gelatinous cube, they had keep like a finger out or something like that. So they do have the hole here you could do that with. But that's what we got here today. Now, like I said, I do apologize. I don't know what this goes to, and this is really just kind of baffling me. But otherwise, this is the figures. I could give Presto the book here. It doesn't open or anything. Honestly, I don't know how he's going to hold on to it, though. But it would make a great prop. The scroll, he could easily hold on to this. This shield and this piece, I don't see anybody being able to do anything with outside of just keeping it on there. But the satchel here, we could always put it on someone. Maybe we could have Uni doing it. There. Uni's now got the satchel. Uni's now the holder of the satchel. Alright. So. But that's it. So we can find some coins for once instead of trying to come up with bottle caps. Alright. Well, with that being that, thank you so very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed kind of looking at this. I know they're getting hard to find because I picked these up. I think the last one I picked up was in November of last year. I don't remember when the movie came out. When the movie came out, I think that's when I found the gelatinous cube and then the last couple figures, and that was about it. And it's been really hard to find them, so it just kind of is what it is. So, but with that being that, thank you for visiting. Thanks for spending some time around the pool table with me, and we'll see you in the next video.